Hey foodies, it's Tuesday, which means I have another episode for you this week. This one was a fun one because I had a fun girls chat with Rebecca Leigh West-Remmey. Rebecca and her husband Greg quit their jobs to pursue their social media page back in 2012, named Devour Power, to, well, devour some really delicious foods. Since then, they have gained over 1.8 million followers on Instagram and 3.4 million on TikTok. We talked about Rebecca's favorite video segments, the wildest foods she's tried so far, and we joked around a lot. So please give it up for Rebecca Leigh West-Remmey.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you so much for coming on. Like I said before, I've been following your and your husband's account for quite some time, and I'm really excited. So
Thank you. Oh, I'm excited as well. We barely get time to do stuff like this, so this is just like really fun. This is like a fun start to a crazy Monday morning.
Oh, I believe that. Double shoots back to back.
Yeah, we're packing in 2 to 3 a day at this point, and we work
Wow.
weekends. It's a lot. It is a lot. But you know what? I'm not complaining at all. I'm so thankful that we are doing what we love and we do it together. It's really fun. I also have amazing staff. So I'm not even gonna lie and say it's just us. We have an entire team. And we've had one of our team members for like 6 years, I guess now straight, and it's just
wow.
it's great. We're rocking and rolling. It's a well-oiled machine.
So when you say shoots, does that mean 2 to 3 restaurants you're going to a day?
Yeah. Yep. So
Wow.
for Devour, we do a lot of like pop-ins where, say, we see it on somebody else's page, or we see it on an article by Eater or Grub Street or something like that, where we're like, oh, that looks kind of cool. Like, I think that might make a fun video just for us to go to. So we don't contact the restaurant. We don't say anything. We just go pay for it because we learned a very long time ago that sometimes if you tell them you're coming first, they make things differently, which is never good. And also, not for nothing, like we make money through brand partnerships. So when we go to restaurants, I'm not trying to ask for free food. That's not what we're about. We don't do any media events. We don't do any of that. We want to pay for everything and help. Most of the people that we see are mom and pop restaurants, not like big chains. So we want to help them out too. And if the video goes viral, we make money just from that. You know, we get paid by TikTok and YouTube just based on views. So basically we get paid for doing things that we like, so we might as well pay for it. And it also, if you don't say that you're going and something is awful, or like we just didn't like it, we don't have to post it and nobody ever knows. It's like the perfect getaway, you know, like don't have
That's a great point.
Yeah, like we literally, you'll never see it on Devour Power, and we're never ever gonna put something up that's like subpar and they'd say, we kind of like, there's no bad mouthing on Devour Power. I don't know if you've noticed. Because
well, yeah, that's not the spirit of the brand.
No, absolutely not. We don't rate, we don't judge, we don't do any of that. We just post what we know we love and we think everyone else would love, you know? And I mean, taste is relative, right? Just because I think something's good, maybe you hate it, or vice versa. But yeah, no, we don't badmouth solely based on the fact that you don't know what the chef is doing. You don't know if the chef called out. You don't know if they're just having a bad day. You don't. And I'm not about to try and ruin someone's entire livelihood based on my opinion from one experience. I don't think that's fair. That's my only like issue with like the Yelp type of situation is like, all right, but you could literally ruin someone's business by giving them 3 stars. You know what I mean? Like then they're pushed down in the algorithm. Then other people see that, and maybe it's just something really dumb that, you know, that won't ever happen again, but it happened to you. And just because you have a bigger platform, you can really mess up their business, and that's not that's not okay. That's just us.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
No, that's a great philosophy to have too. I'm a food journalist as well, so normally the rule of thumb in journalism is to go 2 or 3 times
Yes, that makes sense.
before rating a restaurant, just in case they do have their off day. But the one caveat I'm wondering is, do they recognize you if you go in?
Once in a while, and honestly, when they do, we usually have to say, hey, like, politely, we're going to ask to, like, pay for this, or maybe it's a date night, you know what I mean? And we'll be like, we really appreciate it, and, like, thank you so much, but, like, we're going to just order what we'd like. And if they're like, oh, well, like, I don't know, say they're like, oh, we'll send an extra appetizer. Okay, that's very kind of you. That's fine. And then we'll also say, I just want to be transparent. There's no guarantee this is going on any platform. You know, it's not, we're just here to like try it out, see if we like it. And if we do, cool. Like, it most likely will in the future, but I don't want to be pressured into posting something that I don't believe in either, because, and we had this very recently with a client, like a new client. We got there and we were like, did the shoot, and we're like, honestly, it's not going to go well. Like, I don't want to be rude or mean, but also, you know, your food's not up to par. You know, your kitchen's not really even legal at this point. Like, I'm looking at it being like, there's a lot of red flags here, and it's not. And we're like, I'll refund you anything. We'll pay for everything, but it's not going to go well if I post something that's not going to look good. It's going to be very bad for you. And, you know, so it's got to be an equal partnership at the end of the day. I mean, luckily we don't run into that very often. There's 60,000 restaurants to choose from, you know, like, there's not that many bad ones. They don't last.
Okay, that's a good point.
But,
I mean, they have to realize that for them as well. If you're gonna post it,
and I'm like,
negativity comes.
Bad publicity is not always good, you know. Like, this isn't good.
Not when it comes to food.
Not when it comes to food and a kitchen. Like, we're not gonna play that game.
Yeah, I mean, your job is to make it look appetizing, but you're not a wizard.
I'm not. Oh my God, you don't even understand. Some people, man, they're like, it's so funny. They'll be like, okay, but then, like, create the video so that it looks like it magically turns into this. And I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Like, what special effects am I pulling out of my butt? Like, what are you? Some people are crazy. I mean, I love it. I love working with restaurant people, but some of them are just
sometimes. But you're probably working with also PR and marketing.
Yeah, a little bit. Honestly, we steer clear of PR.
That would be my advice for you as well.
No, we steer clear of PR. Only because it's a different world. And I personally don't think that they grasp anything to do with social media. And it's a lot of butting heads. So we really don't mess around with PR at this point. We don't, and like I said, like, they send out hundreds and hundreds of invites every week. And every single one of them, politely decline, only because, again, I want to pay for it. I'm not guaranteeing a post for anybody on our stuff, because what if it sucks? You know, I'm not going to be on the line for having to explain that. Yeah, that's not right. And it's not fair to our followers, and it's not fair to the restaurant, because I'm not trying to, like, ruin you. Because your food is awful. Just leave me out of
it. No malicious intent, just don't go at all.
Correct. I always say I politely decline, thank you, but no. And, you know.
I know. I go to all those media events too, but they know that I'm never going to guarantee an article.
Right, exactly. And that's smart. But, like, I think the pressure that they put on social media people to post, like, they'll give an email and be like, we want to give you 1 dinner in exchange for 3 posts, 2 videos, 3 reels, 2 I'm like, stop. You know how long it takes to edit these things?
Yeah.
You're talking to someone that has 70 restaurants full-time signed on right now for a marketing side of everything that we do.
Wow.
I appreciate the free meal offer, but I can't work for free for you either. You're getting paid, like I don't have I literally,
Yeah.
we don't have the time, we'd rather go do something that we really want to do. That's been on our running list of places we wanted to go for ages. We're 12 years into this relationship. There is a huge amount of restaurants that we still want to go for like a date night, It's never ending.
Do you have an Excel spreadsheet?
Yeah, we have like a list and notes of like I even have like Yelp folders. I'm like, it depends too where we are. We have a lot of clients in Jersey, Connecticut, Long Island. So like the list just goes on. Right. It really, there's only so much food you can eat.
I believe. No, especially when you're going to 2 to 3 restaurants a day. My God, I would be so full by the first
it's tough.
one.
No, you have to pace yourself. You have to do like 2 bites of everything and then move on. Pack things to go. Half of it usually goes with staff. If we're going back to our office, we work in a co-working space. So Greg is really sweet, and he will lay out every single food item in like this main kitchen here, and he'll do little postcards of what it is, where it's from, and sometimes a little drawing of like, say like a little slice of pizza at the bottom, like
That's so cute.
It's funny. It all gets eaten in like 60 seconds. Like every office seems to come out when they hear that Devourer dropped off food. It's just like mayhem, and it's great. And I'm so thankful because we can't let food go to waste, and we get so much of it. Our son, obviously, I pack him lunches. It's great for leftovers or that. He's 2, so all the French fries, all that kind of stuff,
Yeah, I remember, because I've been following your account for so long, I remember when you posted your child. He's so cute.
Thank you. I think he's adorable. He's a sweet kid. He's very sweet.
I don't say that about all kids, but I'll say that about your kid. He's very cute.
Thank you. I'm most excited he got Greg's skin tone, like the tan Italian, and he's getting Greg's hair. Thank Jesus. Have you seen Greg's hair? It's like beautiful and thick and curly, and I'm like, oh my God, thank Jesus. Thank God.
Oh yeah. I have the curly hair too, but they thought it was growing up for a while when I was younger. So they were like, I'm glad it's settled.
I'm sure you were so cute,
a little
though. That's awesome.
I was. I had a little afro. I was cute. But it definitely grew down, and I had very frizzy curly hair, and just over time it tamed, because I'm Italian too.
Yeah, so I can tell. You guys have great genes. Great genes. I'm like self-tanner central.
My parents would be proud.
Yeah, no, that's us. Oh, so we, besides Devour Power, obviously, which is like the Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, we also have Devour Media. So that's a whole media team on the side. And that's what I mean by clients. We help restaurants create the content and then push it out on their platforms a certain amount of times per week based on which platforms, whether it be Instagram or TikTok. So that's where our main side of the business is for all of that. And we have a big team. We have a full-time employees here in New York City as well as out in Colorado. So we hit like halfway through. Okay. So we have clients all over the US. And it's really fun. We've been doing this a long time. I think we're 9 years full-time for Devour Media, and Devour Power obviously is like 11 years.
Crazy.
Yeah, 11 years this month.
Yeah, and you started it in 2012, but it was actually Meals and Reels at the time.
Yeah, that's a funny story. Greg was he majored in video editing, all that kind of stuff, and film history, and loves movies. So it all started as posting for like date night stuff on Instagram when Instagram first started, which was like those crappy grainy pictures, and we had an actual blog. Yeah, it was awful. And we had an actual blog where he would write about movie reviews, and he very quickly realized no one gave a shit about the movie reviews. So we leaned heavily into food, and That's where we are. He came up with Devour Power on a trip to Los
Mhm.
Angeles where we met a couple friends, and that was it. It literally just came to him, and then that was it.
What were you doing before you made social media and content creation your full-time job?
So Greg was a neurophysiologist.
Whoa.
So he monitored nervous systems for brain and spinal surgery here in New York City, all over the different hospitals. And then I was in real estate in the Upper East Side in condo and co-op sales.
Okay.
So it was great. We loved our jobs. We honestly, to be like transparent, we were both pretty
Uh-huh.
successful. We were just given an opportunity by a restaurant in the Lower East Side called Set.
Okay.
We were given the opportunity to run their social media. Came out of nowhere. The guy was like, "Hey, I don't have time to post on Instagram and whatever. Can you do it?" And he offered us like a small amount of money a month, and we were like, I wonder if we could really get into this. And at that point, we weren't married. We didn't have a mortgage. We didn't have a kid. We were like, if we're going to try it, we better
No
do it now and
responsibility.
see what happens. Yeah, before we were really on the hook financially for things. And it went really well. He recommended us to the next restaurant in Chinatown, to the next restaurant in Chinatown, and they all kind of just it snowballed.
That's insane.
And yeah, we're at about 70 restaurants full time. We do 6-month or 12-month minimum
Okay.
contracts, and it's really fun. We try to visit every one of our clients once every month or 2 months or so. I mean, with that many, you don't have that many days in the month, so
Yeah.
we can't always go. But it's really fun. It really is. It's great.
Wow, what a career change.
Yeah.
Total
Who
180, but
knew?
very cool either way.
No, it was great. We both worked in hospitality in the city, so I was 10 years behind the bar all over Manhattan, from like Murray Hill shit bars to like upper end steakhouses to meat packing clubs. So I
Wow.
think between the two of us, we had been so submerged in hospitality anyways, we had some idea of
Mhm.
what's going on, and we knew quite a few restaurant owners, chefs, bartenders, etc. So I
Okay.
think that really helped a little in the beginning, and it also gives us more of a perspective on when things don't go right. We understand like what
Hmm.
kitchens are like, and what a day-to-day process for a restaurant is. We're very well aware things go wrong, so it really does help.
Right. How did you, I mean, I guess you kind of said that it was through word of mouth and your previous experience, but how did you kind of encourage or convince brands to let you guys take over the social media versus like a third party outsider, like a marketing firm?
As far as social media itself, like, we don't do brands, we just do restaurants,
Right.
but it was a no-brainer, I think, for them. Most of them don't want anything to do with it, and or they only want the responsibility of answering comments and DMs, which we don't do anyways. We don't want to speak in behalf of some owner of a restaurant because we don't know.
Right.
So I think mostly it's a no-brainer. And from my experience of working with these restaurants for so long, I think that social media has a lot stronger of an impact than traditional PR anymore. And that's what they've all realized. And I hate to say that because I'm not trying to offend anyone, but at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. Everything changes. I'm sure the next thing will be something else. I'm not saying that Instagram's forever, because it's not. We
Mhm.
saw Snapchat come and go, and Twitter is
Yeah.
whatever, X now, or whatever the heck it is. So everything always changes. You just have to roll with it and hope that you get on the next trend.
Are you using threads?
No,
Me
we
either.
have it, but we don't use it. It's
Yeah.
just like, it's just another thing. There's only so many things that we can do, quote
That was
unquote.
my thing too, yeah.
So Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube right now is our thing. YouTube
Okay.
Shorts particularly. And what I was going to say? Oh yeah. So when it came to getting restaurants to sign over like all their credentials, it's literally like they're throwing it at us, being like, please, just like, I don't want to bother. Once in a while, some of our clients do have another person in there. Like, I always suggest that they have someone in-house posting like stories or stuff for holidays, because our team doesn't work holidays, stuff like that, you know, or like more personalized. There's a special that I can't get to. I can't always be there, you know, then you guys need to do it. And yeah, so it's like a collaboration kind of between us. But yeah, I mean, we have a deck, we have plenty of testimonials, we have a very large list of restaurant owners on speed dial that'll talk to anyone that wants to work with us, and it's really pretty quick and easy of a transition to like sign on. And mind you, getting a shoot date is pretty hard right now with us, but that's okay. We're booked out until mid-December, end of December.
I know, you told me you were like booked for a few months. That's awesome.
It's great. No, I'm definitely so appreciative. I feel like we're just growing and growing, and I keep hiring new people, and it's wonderful. It really is. And it's, like I said, it's great to be able to do something with your partner, you know, and still stay married and still stay happy. You know, we definitely have different jobs within our job. We learned that pretty early on. No one needs to answer to each other or step on each other's toes. Greg edits everything for Devour. He won't let anybody else.
Yeah, because he does a lot of the voiceovers.
He will not let anyone else do any part of that. So Greg edits everything for all our channels. I do all the brand work. I do all the contracts, payroll, behind the scenes. I deal with our attorneys, our trademark attorneys, our, you know, you name it, that's what I do. Greg is just solely editing, shooting, etc. Like today, he's got so many edits to do that I think I'm going to end up going to a couple of our clients out in New Jersey with some of my staff members, and we're going to shoot without him. And that's completely fine. He can use what I shoot. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, we all kind of shoot us in a similar style. We all use an iPhone. We all use
I was going to ask that. Yeah, if you use a camera or an iPhone, because I know some people are particular about that.
All iPhone. Everything's iPhone. For restaurants and stuff, 99% of it is edited in iMovie and Snapseed. For our long format stuff, Greg uses, what the heck is it called?
Adobe?
No.
It's not that important. It's fine.
Yeah, it's really, I'm like, I don't know, because I don't do it. He uses one of those programs that are like, you have to pay for, and like, you have to know, like, he went to school for it. I don't fucking know. Sorry.
Yeah, you can swear on this. It's fine.
Oh,
this isn't like that formal.
It's 9 a.m. on a Monday.
I normally go by the vibes if I swear or not. So.
What are you up to on this Monday?
Oh, well, I actually have another podcast recording after this.
Cool.
At lovely 9 a.m. I'm on the West Coast because I moved, so it's early for me.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't be. I've been waking up at the crack of ass every day.
So West Coast, where are you out in Cali?
I'm in West Hollywood, so in LA.
Oh, cool. I have a couple friends right there. How do you like it?
I like it a lot, actually. I was in Connecticut, so definitely a lot more to do than good old Connecticut.
What part of Connecticut?
Like Fairfield County area, so I was in Monroe. Which I know. I actually learned Elm Street Diner from you guys.
Stanford. Yeah, we were there last week. I'm from Clinton, Madison, Connecticut, and Greg's from North Branford.
Oh, wait, how did you guys meet?
The Dream Hotel pool party on a Monday afternoon.
Oh,
yeah, out in Chelsea. Yeah, I was there with a bottle client, and he was there with a guy and like a promoter and a bunch of girls, and I walked up to him and I sat down next to him and I said, "You're really cute. Where are you from?"
Oh, bold.
Yeah. And he said North Branford, Connecticut, and I was like, uh-oh. I think I dated like his baseball, I don't know, someone above him in baseball in high school because I was 4 years above. So I dated like the captain of his baseball team when he was a freshman. I was like, oh God, oh Jesus. But yeah, that was it. We literally have not left each other's side since that day. We got married on the fifth year of that day. Now we're like 12 years or so in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
No,
Organic.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm all about it. If you want something, you got to go for it. This is New York City.
Yeah.
You can't just like expect it to happen.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. You're just standing there. He's not going to come up to you, probably.
Probably not. So screw it. And it worked out. And then here we are. He ended up being amazing. And I don't know. I don't know. You know what's funny? It was like the same summer that like Tinder came out or something, because both of us never got the chance to get on it. And so we're both like, all of our friends were like, let me try and swipe. I want to do it. I want these satisfactions.
It's the best when you can give it to your not single friends and then they go through it.
I want to so bad. It's so fun.
Yeah, because for you it's not serious. For me, it's like, this is a horrible dating pool.
Yeah, I really can't imagine. I don't know how you guys do it now. It like freaks me out.
Well, I should probably start going up to people again. I used to do that, but now I'm just like, that's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. I know. It's a lot.
All right, so one of my favorite segments or videos that you guys do is Wings with My Wife.
Okay. It's so good.
Do you think that personal touches kind of aid the success of your brand?
Yes. By far. I think a lot of, I don't know because I'm not other people, but I think probably a lot of the reason why people follow or enjoy this stuff we do is because we're a couple. Mm-hmm. We've been a couple for a long time, mm-hmm. We show ourselves together, but we also show that we are different. Like it's meets with my man, which is just, you should hear us trying to voice over that. We die every time. I'm like, Greg, this is bad. Anyways.
Meets with my man.
It's like, my man loves me. I love it.
I think if it was reverse, it would be more funny.
Greg is trying to get me to do like glizzies with my girl.
Stop.
It's so good. Come on, it's funny. You gotta have fun with it. It's funny. Oh
my god!
I mean,
people would go off in the comments on that.
They already do. Like, honestly, I don't read them anymore. I cannot. I don't have the mental capacity to even give a crap because people can be so mean. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, yeah. Also calm down. Like, this isn't real life. Like, this is just fun. Don't be so serious. It's food. We're having fun.
Yeah, it's food.
But anyways, yes, Wings with My Wife. I love that series because I freaking love wings. So thank you. It's really fun. The only problem is we're running out of like flavors. There's only so many. Like you can't find restaurants that have, like, you know what I mean? So
maybe just go back to the classics and then keep trying those.
Yeah, keep doing it. Yeah, it is really fun. I like that one. I think one of our best performing series ever was Cravings with My Pregnant Wife.
I love that. I followed it.
That was one of the most watched everything. And honestly, I was very lucky. I had a great pregnancy. I was never sick. I was always just hungry. So it really helped.
That's me now.
Yeah. But we'll see. I don't know what's next.
What was your weirdest pregnancy craving?
I really didn't have weird ones. I just wanted food. I never liked anything sweet. I never liked desserts, cookies, cakes, anything until I got pregnant. And unfortunately, it didn't go away. And now it's like an issue. Now I'm like having to like stop myself from eating so much sugar. So that's interesting, which is very annoying because I grew up not liking sweet stuff anyway. Now I'm like, it's not good. Not good at all.
No, me either. I'm a sweets person all the way through.
Are you? It's so,
it's really
so
bad.
Annoying. Anyways, yeah, no, I really didn't have too many crazy ones except for all the sweet stuff. I was just constantly hungry. Like, I was constantly down to eat something. But I mean, I was pregnant. Who gives it? Like, it's fine. Yeah. Why are you judging me? I'm pregnant. That's what I want to say.
There you go. I actually, when I was researching, I saw you guys had a Food Network show.
Yeah, we had a couple digital original series that we did with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so everything was online on like their channels, their YouTube shows and stuff like that.
Okay.
We've done a couple things with them, I guess. Quite a few things with them in the past. We've done our fair share of sizzle reels and things like that have gone up the ranks in Food Network, and I don't know. We're all in the testing stages. It's also really hard to run this business full time, travel, have a kid who's in school full time, and then consider doing a show. It's a lot. You kind of have to pick your lane, and the lane that we're in right now is going really great. So we're just focusing.
Yeah, no, you can only do so much. You're literally two people with a family, so
literally. I don't think people realize like how much work it takes to edit a video. Just one of those long ones takes hours and hours, and that doesn't include the shooting of it. So, people people have no idea.
No, even editing this podcast, it takes me 3 hours to probably do 45 minutes.
I don't know how you do it. We got into the podcast game for a hot second, and then I was like, we don't have time for this. Yeah,
no, it's a full-time job in itself. I'm like, that's why I'm up at 6:30 in the morning.
I don't blame you. It's a lot of work, but worth it.
It is worth it because I get cool people like you on my podcast.
So
worth it. Okay, what's the wildest or most unexpected food you and Greg have tried so far? I had to ask. This is a big question because you've literally tried so many things.
Yeah. That's a great question. The wildest food. Honestly, I don't know. We don't do too much too wild, I guess. I mean, I think we've had, I want to say bull testicles or something like that not that long ago. Something to do with a ground meat that was something weird. I also just had tongue. I went to Lito's Kosher Deli in Long Island. I had cow tongue in that sandwich, which I didn't film in the making. One of my employees did, but I ate it. I saw the footage after. Thank God I didn't see it. It was literally like a freaking hard tongue that they stuck in a slicer.
Wow. Yeah, that would trick my.
Yeah, it was a little weird. I was like, thank God I ate that before seeing that, because that was a little strange. Yeah, I mean, my rule of thumb is I will try absolutely anything once. My only thing I will not eat is anything alive. Don't mess with me when it comes to even the uni thing out of the shell. It's got to die first. If I can do raw anything. I love uni. I love oysters. Make sure it's dead. I can't do that. That's not, I'm not down with any of that.
Oh, yeah, no, if it's staring back at me, I just can't. I can't.
That's a hard pass. I have a soul, come on. I know one of our clients recently mentioned he had done monkey brains in something and wanted us to try it, so I think that's coming up. It's gonna taste like meat. It all tastes like meat.
Yeah, I tried pigeon a few weeks ago.
From park.
Well, it's called squab.
Okay.
And I shouldn't have looked up what squab was before I tried it, because it really was a mental game. This was actually, I was in Wisconsin.
What?
Yeah, it's super bizarre.
Are you sure that should have been on the menu? Is this like a pork pigeon?
No, it was at a French restaurant.
Okay.
It was a kind of weird. But I was on a journalist trip, so they took us to this French restaurant. I don't know if Wisconsin's known for its squab,
That's
but we'll
insane.
move past that. And then I looked it up and it was pigeon, and I just like kept imagining a pigeon, and then it was on my plate, and it was like this mental thing because it died for my plate, but at the same time I was like, I can't. It's gonna make me physically ill if I
Did
try.
it taste okay?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of tasted like meat,
Yeah.
but like the skin was kind of on it, and
Mm,
I couldn't. I respect all cultures, but that is personally
not for
not
you.
my cup of tea. Yeah,
Hey,
for sure.
listen, we can't all like everything.
No, no. So what's next for you guys? Like, any big plans when you reach 2 million followers? Any upcoming projects, cool things coming up?
That is a phenomenal question that I don't even know. I feel like we are at this point we are expanding very quickly and very heavily on the media side right now until the end of the year where we've got a very large amount of clients signed on. So that's really the main focus. We're also closing on a second home in Hudson Valley this week, which
Oh,
will be phenomenal.
congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we're getting that locked in. Especially that's more for like family and holidays. So my mom lives in Vermont and his mom's in Connecticut, and they're like the last ones of our family
Okay.
left. So we wanted something directly in the middle. Everyone can stay for holidays. They can see their grandson. You know, as everyone gets older, it's just it's hard. So
Yeah.
we're doing that. That's our big project for to get it ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas and things like that. Otherwise, we're just rocking and rolling. We are slammed with clients and like fun stuff, fun shoots. We've got I can't say what it is, but we have a big brand shoot tomorrow morning for a new burger
Oh,
coming out
fun.
at one of the chains that people like. That again, I can't say anything about anything, but that's going to be an awesome
Right.
video because that's something very up our alley that they created for their menu that we're going to get the behind the scenes in the kitchen access, which is very hard to come by when it comes to big corporate brands because they're so specific.
Right.
And this guy is letting us do it, so I'm very excited. I wish I could say more, but I cannot, so I'm sorry.
Hey, that was plenty. That gave me enough. I appreciate you letting me
Yeah,
know.
no, you'll see it.
I'm excited to see it.
You'll see it in a couple weeks.
I'll look out. I'll look out.
But anyway,
All right, so I know you have to head out, so I'll do the outro now and just say thank you so much for coming on, taking the time out. You can come on my podcast anytime.
thank you, Olivia. I would love to come back. I know it was a quick 30-40 minutes, but yeah, if we can schedule it, I'm on. I'm in. I'm down for any fun questions or anything like that. This was really great. I really appreciate you even reaching out to us.
Of course. Big fans,
you.
always. So you can check out Rebecca on Instagram at Love is an Action Verb.
That is me. Love is an action verb.
I know, I love that. That's very cute.
Thank you.
Or their Devour Worthy account at Devour Power. Hey, fellow foodies. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to leave me a review. And while you're at it, make sure to follow me at Livvin for Food Pod on Instagram or TikTok, or email me at livinforfoodpod@gmail.com. Let me know what you're cooking up this week, which guests you would like to see on the podcast, or tell me your opinions on the latest viral food trend. Until next time.